It's finally happened, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally happened. PlayStation has officially won the console war. Let's give a big round of applause. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, now before the Xbox haters come in trying to troll, oh, the console war's been over. Oh, it's PC gaming now. I'm not going to let this one slide. I can't let this one slide because Xbox fans, at least the ones that I've known that are my friends, that I know pretty well, have been annoying. They've tried to bring up everything else but gaming, and in the end, we see who really won the gaming war, and it happened with Halo being remastered on PlayStation 5. I mean, I'm stuttering out right now just trying to say it because I never thought that a day like this would come where they would be crossing over IPs, let alone Microsoft, bending the knee and giving them their property. We all saw it happen in real time. Xbox about out years ago when they shifted from being a gaming console to try to be this home entertainment system friendly sort of console. They wanted to be your streaming hub, your YouTube media hub, your music hub, everything else but a gaming hub, and what they were known for the past however many years. That's the moment initially when it was over. I knew it. It was sort of like a soft bow out, and it was a surprise to see them shift. Nobody could really say that the console war was over, but in a sense it was. But that doesn't erase the fact at all that PlayStation stayed true to why it got into the gaming industry in the first place, which is the games, which is what I enjoy, which is what I prioritize when I'm going to buy a console. Now, yes, I grew up with PlayStation. PlayStation was my first console, okay? I understand. But I also had an Xbox 360, and I got to experience Halo. I got to experience Gears of War, and those are great IPs. But at the end of the day, it's nothing compared to the catalog of PlayStation. And when I had, because it's over now, when I had these debates and these discussions I'm trying to facilitate, every time it goes back to the gaming, which is where all this all started, they try to shift to how it got some more specs than PlayStation. It's more powerful. It's got the apps. It's got all of this. It's got everything but what this whole thing is centered around, which it all started as, is gaming. PlayStation came onto the scene primarily, and they were just gaming specific, and then Xbox kind of came on a little later, so kind of trying to, I guess, ride the wave and enter their name into the gaming space, which some can see and view as them trying to capitalize on a market that Microsoft saw that they had an opportunity, and it was not you can view it as not being a creation of real passion for games and making games in general, which can be said for any company, Sony included. But it was very clear from at least when I was playing both systems which one was more gamer friendly in terms of catalog, gameplay, all of these sort of things. I mean, PlayStation, from the controllers alone, have been just it's been so outfitted to gaming as the cycles and as the consoles have rolled out, from the touchpad to the different sensitivities. They just added multiple things to the controllers alone to show that they care about games, and that this console is primarily made for gamers who like to play video games, not stream on their console at the same time as they listen to music, which is a nice thing to have. But at the end of the day, we all understand why we buy consoles, unless you're probably Gen Alpha and you're in this PC gaming era that we're into now. And I like specs and I like graphics and everything in between. Like myself, I'm getting into the modding community and things like that, and it's been very exciting. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to remember being excited for that next console, being excited for that next game to drop, putting the disc, keyword on putting the disc not digital, putting the disc into the console and being able to play a full game, that's never going to top, the feeling that I got when doing that. Now, everything with the modding and PC community has been insane, and I'm definitely gained a certain level of love that probably I once lost because of all the greed that and stuff that's been brought into the gaming industry on both sides, Xbox and PlayStation. But at the end of the day, we all understood what got us into the gaming. It wasn't PC. It was consoles. It was Halo. It was Crash Bandicoot. For me, it was the Incredibles game on the PlayStation. It was Bad Boys, where me and my brother could play at the same time, and so it's those moments, it's those small things that got us into gaming. And with this, you can see this as the end of an era. With the console battles, which I have no problem with, it just happens. Things like this happen over time. And PlayStation 1, we got Halo. The very first Halo, I think it's Combat Evolved if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Combat Evolved is the first Halo. So we're getting the first Halo remastered onto the PlayStation. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be good or not, the remaster. To be completely honest with you, it's going to sound kind of contradictory to what I've been saying, but I don't care. We got Xbox's biggest, most successful, most important to them IP on our console. They're remastering it on ours, on the PlayStation console. So, it may be contradictory to me saying I like games and I'm focused on games, but this is a all-around win for PlayStation. And this is the end of this conversation. I don't want to hear it in the comments. Oh, Xbox. I don't want to hear it in Discord. I don't want to hear it online. I don't want to hear it. Nothing else with this conversation is over. It's done. We do not need to talk about it anymore. We do not need to spend hours debating it. It is over. PlayStation has won. The nail is in the coffin. And now we can move on to what the future of gaming is going to look like. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I plan for it to be more in a ranty style, but at the end of the day, the sentimental side came out, and just remembering all the memories, that we've shared with, that I've shared with both consoles, as many gamers had. Xbox coming in and revolutionizing the gaming world with the, online and the community and the voice chat, absolutely revolutionary. And they just it never felt like a priority to them, to me, gaming. They had some successes and they just rode those until it fizzled out and really didn't continue to keep the ball rolling. So it was natural. I saw that this was coming. Not that the Halo would win, but I saw that PlayStation was always going to win in my mind in the end, and it happened. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below, whether you're Xbox or PlayStation. We can just have a conversation about the memories that we've had, and I'm looking forward to see everybody's memories down below in the comments, as many as I can read, and enjoy the closing of this chapter in this era in gaming. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will talk to you guys in a later video. Peace.